What's up, guys? TheDevildogGamer here. We're back with some more Prepar3d doing the FS economy, now with FS passengers. And big news before we get on to the new additions, we finally bought our first aircraft for the airline, and this is a Cicada TBM-850. It is a single-engine turboprop and one of the fastest single-engine turboprops. Got a range of about 1,400 nautical miles. Cost us a cool $500,000, but we were able to buy it. This thing holds, I think, up to 6 passengers, it's pretty cool so far. I've been liking it. We're coming up on our 100-hour check, so I wanted to do a quick flight with it because we're going to have to put it in for a 100-hour check, so it'll be down for a while. Also, one of our airline members, Yulsak, was actually leasing a Cessna Caravan 208, and we moved the lease over to our airlines, Dog Airlines, so now we're leasing a 208, so now we have 2 aircraft in the fleet. The 208 is a $66,000 a month lease, though, for 9 months, so it is pretty damn expensive. Not only that, the monthly maintenance fee for this thing is about $5,000 a month, and that doesn't cover fuel and all that. And then the 100-hour check's about $7,000, and a full engine replacement overhaul is about $100,000, and I think we do that every 1,000 miles. So we still have a bit of time to do it. But anyways, boys, we'll show off. We'll hop on FS Economy. I'll show you the flight we're going to do today, and then we'll move on to FS Passengers, which is a cool new addition to what we've been doing. All right, boys, so here we are on FS Economy. Our flight today is going to be from Spanish Cay, Bahamas, to Miami International Airport, which is where we've been operating a lot out of. We've been trying to stay around Orlando, Tampa, Miami, doing flights to Bahamas, the Keys. Flight's going to be about $4,500. It's 163 nautical miles, 5 passengers, and we're currently at 44% fuel in our Cicada TBM-850. So we should be pretty good. Skies are going to be kind of cloudy today, but I'm not expecting too much craziness. But we'll move on to FS Passengers, and I'll show you what that is all about. All right, so we have FS Passengers now. Now, FS Economy is its own, player-based, multiplayer economy, third party. FS Passengers actually works. We're actually going to start our flight on FS Economy. There we go. As you can see, the fuel changed and everything, so now it was all over the place. Now, FS Passengers is a in-game flight system airline management. Now, I'm not trying to make money on FS Passengers. The reason I got it is because the passengers are a lot of fun. So right now here we can set our auto brake. There's 5 passengers waiting at the gate. And we did have, we're going to close these default. We had 44% fuel. So I'm going to drop that down over here. Now I can set like ticket prices, how much they are, how much they're doing. There's our 5 passengers. And we're going to set the flight type to normal flight time. Now, the cool thing about it is you have in-flight meals, movies, if your plane can handle it. War zone, so if you fly over Iraq, there's a chance you could take enemy fire and, get destroyed. Everything's rated, so if you do a shitty landing, your company gets shitty, your pilot rating goes down. You can't fly planes until you get certain pilot ratings. It's a lot of fun. It adds a lot more of a add-on to FS Economy. It makes it a little more realistic, makes it feel like the passengers are actually there. We're going to set our destination real quick to KMIA. I'm not going to set a
destination set.
Flight and aircraft settings. Everything should be good. I think we can see there's the name of our passengers, their weight. Everything should be balanced, and we're going to load in real time. Give me about 2 minutes to load this plane, and we'll start the flight. So there we go. The plane is going to start loading. You can see passengers now boarding. So we're going to hop on in and change the view to the cockpit, virtual cockpit. Let me unpause this. So you'll hear like noises, the passengers. You won't see the passengers, unfortunately. That's something I really want to do. But you'll hear them coming in. Turbulence scares the shit out of them, which is kind of funny. Okay, I want to get that up. We'll get the ground power unit on, the standby generator, get avionics to start, fuel to auto, nav, strobe, taxi lights, get all our lights on. Let's While we're waiting for that, we'll contact Nassau Center, file our flight plan. Actually, we're going to do that in the air, but I do want to get that ready on the radio real quick. Okay. Actually, let's start it.
Nassau Center, Delta Oscar Golf, Fort Niner, IFR to Miami, ready to copy. Delta Oscar Golf, Fort Niner, is cleared to Miami Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Departure frequency is 134.2, squawk 0332, clearance void.
0332.
Delta Oscar Golf, Fort Niner, cleared at Miami Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Departure is 134.2, squawk 0332, clearance void 30 minutes from now. Delta Oscar Golf, Fort Niner, read back correct?
You like my call sign? Delta Oscar Golf 49. Dog Airlines. Alright. So we're still loading. 94% done. Oh, one of the things I can do is I can play ambient music.
Captain, all passengers are on board. The cabin is secure.
Okay. We're going to play some music for everybody. See, I get a little bonus for the music. Everybody's satisfaction is at 100%. 12280. Okay. So let's get the everything closed up here. So let's remove sites, chocks, passenger baggage, baggage door. Passenger doors closing. Baggage doors closing. Good. We should be good to start the engines now. Let's make sure our parking brake's on. It is. Let's get a little prop control. Get that out of idle. All right. Ignition on. Starter on. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight. Before takeoff, please pay careful attention to these safety instructions, as it will be detrimental to your general health and well-being, as well as to your popularity among fellow.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening here? What's happening? Why did we start moving? That's kind of weird.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention to the safety features and procedures of this aircraft.
Okay, interesting.
Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and your seat is in the upright position. This will allow you to get maximum oxygen to your lungs.
Okay.
Scream and fear more effectively.
Kind of weird.
In the event of a drop,
Autopilot. Get the rest of our avionics on.
place the mask over your nose and
Flight plan should already be in.
elastic strap.
Should have put on the inertial separator beforehand. Don't know why I didn't.
Place the air mask on yourself first and then assist others. If smoke is present in the cabin, the emergency lights on the walkway will guide you.
And we'll get our altitude for 10,000.
Remember, the closest exit to you may be behind you. In the event of a water landing, your seat cushion becomes a flotation device.
I think everything is golden at this point.
In the event of an extreme landing, you'll be
Yep.
asked to get into the brace position. This is similar to the tornado drills you were forced to practice in elementary school, and will have equally as little effect. The brace position involves
Okay, let's select a runway for takeoff. Let's take off at runway 30.
We would like to thank you once again for flying with us. Please turn off all electrical devices at this time. We will be taking off shortly.
Mike Yankee Alpha X-ray, traffic, Delta Oscar Golf, Fort Niner.
Okay, here we go. We're starting now.
0.
We're golden. Everybody likes the music. We can serve drinks, beverages on here. I also have the active sky running with the cloud art. Let's actually take a look at the weather report. Not the weather report. Let's take a look at the instrument panel. The X gauge will show us the weather, which we should turn on. Power on and off. Looks kind of golden. Okay, let's power it off. Oh, keep it back on. Let's go back to that mode we had before. Okay, cool. So we'll close that window. And we're going to taxi to runway 30 takeoff. So we're going to back taxi this way. And we'll enter the runway over here. Actually, should have done it back over there, I think. Would have been the best bet. Yeah, looks like it. It's going to be a fun little takeoff. Okay, so let's get the fasten seatbelt signs on. There's a bunch of different penalties that'll fuck you over if you don't turn your landing lights off. Above 10,000 and don't turn them back on. Just a ton of different things you can get wrong and get graded on, which is just crazy that you can get that extra ability to do stuff. And then of course emergencies are also fun. I have it set now to a 15% of each flight chance of emergency. If you happen to land during an emergency, holy shit, you get some serious brownie points. Alright, well, we are gonna taxi. Everything is looking fantastic. I'm gonna get my flaps to the takeoff position. Got a good taxi speed going. Make sure everything's set. Awesome.
Mike Yankee Alpha X-ray traffic Delta Oscar Golf 49er taking off runway 30, departing straight
Here
out.
we go. It's a short runway, so we're gonna hold the brakes and get her spooled up here. So here we go. Want that torque a little higher? There we go. Oh shoot, should have turned the music off. Dang it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has informed me we are cleared for takeoff.
Oh, a little late on that announcement there, flight attendant. That was my fault though. Everybody's got their seatbelts on, everybody's at 100%, everybody's having fun. I don't know why we're going left pretty hard. Sorry, everybody. Okay, and rotate. There we go. Okay, positive rate climb, gear up. I do have a co-pilot. See everybody's fear? You hear them all freaking out over the turbulence already? It's kind of hilarious. All right, we're off the ground, so the inertial separator's off. Let's contact Nassau Center again. Let them know we are airborne.
Nassau Center Delta Oscar Golf 49er is at 600, climbing 10,000. Delta Oscar Golf 49er, Nassau Center, roger, altimeter 2999er. Delta Oscar Golf 49er, turn left heading 255, proceed on course. Climb and maintain 10,000.
Knowledge.
Left heading 255.
Shit, move.
Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 10,000. Delta Oscar Golf 49er.
Yeah. They're up, don't worry. Okay, come on, start climbing there, beast. Let me get the taxi lights off. She does not want to head to where she's going here.
Delta Oscar
There she
Golf
goes.
49er, please expedite your climb to 10,000.
Working on it, the
Nassau Center, Pacifica 7736 with you. Pacifica 7736, Nassau Center, roger.
there we go. Now she wants to do it. Winds at 162 at 11 knots. Okay. So we'll have a nice little crosswind. Everybody's freaking out over the turbulence. Just calm your tits back there. Calm your tits, everybody. Full throttle here. Let's throw it into 850 mode. So we'll increase speed here. We're climbing out, and these clouds look beautiful. This is the active sky and the active cloud something that happens, but these clouds are just gorgeous looking. Let's make sure. Let's get the weather radar up. See what's going on in front of us. X gauge. I don't know why it's so small. There we go. I was saying, like, why are you so small, weather radar? There we go. Much better. Okay, so what's this? Okay, winds, visibility, precipitation radar, cloud cover, all over the place. Flight plan route, airports, weather stations, wind shear, predictive wind shear. Okay. Just flew through some. Ooh. Oh wow, these clouds are awesome. So what mode is this? Toggle radar mode, okay. Yeah, we're getting some turbulence here. They are not liking this. Oh wow, look at it. You can actually see yourself going through the clouds now. $200, climbing for 4,000 for 10. Okay, we should be above the clouds now, so I don't think they're really gonna freak out too much anymore. Oh, these clouds are glorious. Look at this. Absolutely awesome. Alright. Let's go ahead and start increasing the altitude in the cabin. So nobody really dies on us. Oh, that's just glorious looking. Look at the shadows the clouds put on the ground too. That's cool. And God, we're IFR today. Alright, we're climbing on up to past 10,000. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt signs so everybody can relax in here. Looking like clear skies ahead.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. You may now take off your seatbelt.
Doing about 216, 215 and lowering. 66 gallons per hour. Take us about an hour to get there, so it's not too bad. We're not going to burn too much fuel. We'll be coming in pretty well with it. Let's get people some drinks. Get everybody drunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the in-flight beverage service. We are offering soft drinks, juices, water, tea,
Nassau Center,
coffee,
Beach Starlink
zero line
600 Golf is at 5,400, descending 2,000. Beach Charlie 6 Sierra Golf, Nassau Center, Roger, altimeter 299.
Alright, so everybody's serving some drinks. Should be good. It's the Bahamas down there. And a little bit of turbulence.
Turn left, heading 115.
Everything should be good though. We're looking good. I do want to see about the everything's in the green. I want to see about what happens when we get up to cruise, if we could save some of this fuel. We're at 67 gallons per hour, so we got about an hour of flight time. I don't know what our ETA is. Generators are good. Get the systems off. Take a look at the waypoints. Auxiliary. Got about a half an hour. True air speed's 245 knots. Wind speed 4, tailwind 3 knots, so that's pretty nice. Just seeing what other stuff we got over there. 30 minutes, so remaining fuel 287 gallons. No, not at all. No. That's kind of weird. All right, see, everybody, alcohol makes passengers joyful. Everybody's enjoying themselves. We got about 5 minutes to the next waypoint, and then we're gonna go ahead and throttle back and start serving food at the same time. And we'll pick it up when we start our approach into Miami. It's gonna look at a beautiful day, though. Beautiful day to fly in the Bahamas. We're leveling out here, so I want to kind of throttle back.
Beach, Sierra, Sierra Golf. Turn right, heading 145.
Passenger fear?
Beach, Sierra, Sierra Golf.
Plus 3% because everybody likes alcohol. And the cool thing is you can play movies and serve hot meals if your aircraft is outfitted for that. Declare your emergency, service on board, no hot food. So you can do some stuff. Let's see if I can serve sandwiches at the same time. Drinks and sandwiches, okay.
Please make sure that your tray table is lowered and your seat is in the upright position.
It's our oxygen on. Okay, cool. So we're making good time. I think our flight's going to be going pretty well. I'm pretty excited to see where we land. What runway? I'm pretty sure it's going to be I think runway 24 is the one that we land on. But yeah, we're just going to chill out here and cruise a little bit and just enjoy the ride.
800 until established. Tower on 119.3. Orbit 20. Miami approach. Pacifica 2126 with you. Pacifica 2126. Miami approach. Roger. Altimeter 3001. Pacifica 2126. Turn right heading 215. Turn right heading 215. Pacifica 2126. Traffic is 4 o'clock, 4 miles at 1,700. Report that in sight. Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. Contact Miami approach on 120.5.
Okay, 120.5.
Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. 9er 7 Tango. Traffic in sight. Miami approach. Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. Is out of 4,100 for 2,100. Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. Miami approach. Roger. Altimeter 3001. Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. Traffic is 2 o'clock, 4 miles at 2,100. Airbus A321. Report them in sight. Delta Oscar Golf 4, 9er. Turn left heading
Okay.
10. Miami approach. World travel 9er 541. Dismissed approach at Miami. World travel 9er 541. Ewart 1 miles southeast. Turn left heading 340. Climb and maintain 3,000.
Let me get traffic.
Traffic. Traffic.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
Dude, they fucking put me right on top of these other guys.
Traffic. 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 Traffic.
Yeah, there's guys like following each other right there.
Traffic. Traffic. Traffic.
Okay.
Traffic. Traffic.
Turn left heading 180. Holy shit.
Miami approach. Pacifica 3178. Missed approach.
Dude, they literally had an Airbus coming right at me.
Turn right heading 270.
Holy crap, sorry about that, passengers.
Expect vectors ILS. Runway 12. Approach. Turn right heading 270. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 12. Approach. Pacifica 3178.
There he is!
90541. Contact Miami approach on 128.6.
Wow.
128.6.
That Airbus and me literally same altitude and everything.
178. Turn right heading
We're looking at 7,000 feet.
Turn right heading 29.
Yeah, I can get that. Jesus, come on.
Turn left heading 180. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Have the traffic. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Contact Miami approach on 125.5. Going to 125.5. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Miami approach. Delta
Okay.
Oscar Golf 49er with you 2100. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Miami approach. Roger. Altimeter 3001. Miami approach. Pacifica 3178 with you.
We gonna get vectors into the fucking the ILS here?
Miami approach. Roger. Altimeter 3001.
The problem is that there's like planes following each other down there, I think. So a lot of the guys are probably going runway 12 or 24. I don't know.
Delta Oscar Golf
There we go.
49er. You are 21 miles west. Turn left heading 125. Descend and maintain 2100. Cleared ILS. Runway 8 left. Approach. Maintain 2100 until established on the localized. Contact Miami Tower on 118.3.
Okay, 118.3.
125. Climb and maintain 2100. Cleared ILS. Runway 8 left. Approach. Maintain 2100 until established. Tower on 118.3. Delta Oscar Golf 49er. Tower orbit 434. Ready to go. Runway 9er. IFR to Boeing.
This is not the place to go down either. Holy shit. Out in the swamps, man. Shit.
Miami Tower, Delta Oscar Golf 49er is 19 miles west.
19 miles.
ILS, runway 8 left, approach, sidestep, runway 8 right. Delta Oscar Golf 49er, Miami Tower. Make straight in, runway 8 right, altimeter 3001.
Alright, we're golden.
Make straight in, runway 8 right, Delta.
Alright, we're gonna turn on the inertial separators for landing. I'm watching for the localizer. So I'm pretty sure we're too far out to hit. So let's start stepping her on in here. Keep it around the speed because we're going to try to get the gear and the flaps out early. It's 100%. Fuel is good. We should be hitting the ILS here shortly. Yeah, my sheet says that we enter at 3,000 and we drop to 1,500 at Lawnon, which I don't even see on here. This might not be a very used approach because I'm not seeing any of these waypoints here.
Orbit 4344. Contact Miami departure on 120.
Even the missed approach for this is wrong, is different.
120.5. Orbit 4344.
Either way, it's interesting. Alright, but we're getting closer here. Let's take our heading out just a little bit to the right. 103. Help us get established a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this approach. It's kind of... there's Lawnon. That should be our 1500 marker. We should be at 1500 feet at the Lawnon marker. So let's zoom this in a bit more. There we go. There we go. So that's chrome. Right there. So, okay, that's
Traffic.
chrome. Damn it.
Traffic.
Get out of here with this traffic bullshit.
Traffic. 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 Traffic.
So
Traffic.
this is where we start. We should be at 3,000 feet. And it's probably because we're too low is why we're not being able to intercept the local. Oh, I know why. Stand by. We're off by just a tad. Should start hitting it now. Alright, let's throttle back just a bit. Get it to where we can start hitting flaps. Alright, let's get our gear.
Gear down.
There we go. Now we're starting to hit it. Flaps down. And hit our approach. There we go. We are now following the ILS. Try to keep her about 115 until we get a little closer. Ooh, I should probably lower my cabin altitude, huh? Oops. So 8 right is that a 1? Yeah, okay, so I don't know why the waypoints are all messed up all of a sudden. $2,100. We're on glide slope, localizer. Should be dropping in here shortly. Okay, we're on the glide slope. But we should be at 1,500 feet here shortly. There we go. Next is the Lawnon. We should hit that at 1,500 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please remain in your seat with your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the captain...
Oh, these passengers are pissed.
If you attempt to leave your seat during the landing process, you will fall
Delta
over
Oscar
and the
Golf
other
49er
passengers will
cleared to land. Runway 8 right. Caution, landing runway 12. Cleared to land. Runway 8 right. Delta Oscar Golf 49er.
Yep, there's a landing coming in on our left a bit. I do see
Traffic.
him.
Traffic.
Okay, let's get this traffic alert off
Traffic.
before it drives me fucking bonkers.
Traffic. Traffic.
Okay, let's throttle back a bit more here. Going a bit too fast. We are at our altitude goal. Glide slope's good. A little off the glide slope, that's fine, because we totally need to hit those flaps. Okay, full flaps, glide slope's good, and I'm taking control. Alright, she's all mine now. Hand flying this beast in. Just in case, I'm going to set the altitude for the autopilot to 3,000 to climb out if we do have a missed approach. Okay, we get a little higher here. Give us some power. We're pretty low. I shouldn't have been fucking with the altitude knob. Not the best landing. Turboprops are notoriously difficult to land. We'll get back on the glide slope here in a second. There we go, we're already getting back into it. There's a tad bit of a crosswind, not too bad though. Yep, we're almost back into it. Should be picking back into the glide slope any second now. There we go, perfect. Throttle back. Keep her nice and level into the glide slope. Nope. Back out of it again. Flaps are on full, gears down. Oh, full red, I'm dead. Nah, we're good, we got this. Throttle back. Hit the reverse. Oh, we're all over the place. Yeah, the flight director sometimes just doesn't want to give me control of my yaw at all. So now I gotta use the brakes to adjust this. Roger, Dodger. So we'll pop off over here.
Boys and girls, the seatbelt sign is still on. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a...
Get the nav lights on. Perfect. Alright, and we'll exit on over here. Wasn't too shabby of a flight. We landed with 97% satisfaction. Not too bad.
Delta Oscar Golf 4 9er, exit runway when able.
Working on it. I'm a tiny plane. Takes me a hot minute to get off the exit here. Yeah, it got really overcasty all of a sudden over here.
Delta Oscar Golf 4 9er, contact ground on 121.8.
Roger that.
121.8 for Delta Oscar Golf 4 9er.
Let's stop here. So we can figure out where they want us to go. Taxi to parking.
Miami ground, Delta Oscar Golf 4 9er, taxi to parking. Delta Oscar Golf 4 9er, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Lima 5 Lima Zulu Kilo.
Lima 5, Lima. Okay. Pretty sure it's
General aviation
this way.
taxiway Lima
But we'll do the progressive anyways.
Kilo.
Okay.
Oscar Golf.
I knew that was Lima right there, so we were close enough. At least we didn't get stuck in traffic this time all over Miami. Yeah, dude, the weather got crazy all of a sudden. There's some traffic coming in behind us. I don't know where the 1-2 traffic went. Let's get some music playing for the passengers here so they can get happy. True to yourself. Get them back to 100%. Oh, missed approach over there. I've yet to have one of those. One day, maybe. Alright, so we'll just taxi on over here.
38664, taxi to north parking. November 38664, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Quebec to Mike Zulu Kilo.
Scattered clouds at 1800.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Quebec to Mike Zulu Kilo. 664.
Is this a runway or a taxiway? I think it's a taxiway. No, that's gotta be a runway here. Yeah, this is a runway. Oops. There's the 1-2 coming in. Ooh, assess the citations. Citation 2s. I love the Citation 2. I've actually flown in one. They're fucking awesome. Okay, we're gonna park her right on over here at Landmark Aviation. Get some cars to come pick everybody up. Alright, so let's get the music off here. Toggle the signs. Get the music off. Alright. So let's go ahead and turn off the taxi lights. Keep the landing lights off. Keep battery that off. Keep the avionics off. Turn off that. Alright.
Ground, orbit 5843. Request taxi to the gate. Orbit 5843. Taxi to gate Whiskey 73. Using taxiway Zulu 18 Sierra.
Park. Parking brakes.
Whiskey 73.
Nice, our FS Economy flight's now logged. Cool. So we just finished the FS Economy flight.
5843.
And so we would like to thank you for choosing us. On behalf of your captain and crew, have a swell day.
Turn off the volume, we're not gonna need that anymore. Shut down the engine. Keep all the beacons on until everything's good to go. Keep the avionics in start mode. So we just have the general shit. Turn off the fuel selector. Props are still spinning, so we can't let anybody off the plane just yet. Not just yet. Passenger satisfaction looks like a 97%. That's pretty fucking cool. Turn off the inertial separator. Okay. So since that's happening, we can get the pilot door open. And everybody can start deboarding.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Baggage.
arrived at the gate. Please collect your personal
And
belongings
passenger door.
in the aircraft in an orderly fashion. Again, thank you for flying with us today.
So we got 30% unloaded. Here, everybody getting off. All right, let's just turn off all the avionics while we're at it. Oh shit, not what I wanted. And we'll turn the battery, everything off. And the the nav, and strobe. Both. Oh, off.
Captain, all passengers have deplaned.
Nice, I appreciate it. Thank you, flight attendant. Get everything off. Oh, didn't put my flaps up. That's kind of dumb. Okay, totally forgot about that. All right, so a pretty successful flight. I do have to say, pretty damn successful. Yeah, the flaps are stuck down now. Oh well. Dumb me. Always forget something. Alright, so we're going to do the end flight, and it should show us the rating. Alright, 162 nautical miles here. 1 hour. Time on the ground, 12 minutes. Touchdown speed, we just kissed the runway, 130 feet per minute, 78 knots. Cruise for 20 minutes, climb for 12 minutes. Descent time, 20 minutes. We used 58 pounds of fuel. Descent and 58 pounds. Cruise, 150. Ticket income. This is all the income we get from here, so $72,000. That's awesome. Plus fleet. I have a different... Perfect. The ticket price, good. Service quality, good. Passengers flight, think your company's reputation is 100%. Nice, we got a 71% increase. Pilot bonus, perfect. Made a very smooth landing. Perfect flight, no problems, very satisfied. You landed on scheduled airport. Extreme weather conditions during approach. Safe landing. Record this flight. Very nice. So anyways, boys, if you want to see some more Prepar3d with the FX economy and FS passengers, let me know in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.